The Churchill. The Churchill was a tank developed by Great Britain during the Second World War, meant for more infantry fighting, it being a heavy infantry tank produced from 1941 to 1944 with more or less limited numbers compared to other manufacturers, going from the Mark I to the Mark VIII. This tank, of course, being a very large and more land ship based design, still functioned very well for its intended purpose. Having a top speed of 24 kilometers an hour, only having 8.75 horsepower per ton, not having a very quick turn, and not being very maneuverable. In its first recorded use case, it was planned to have an amphibious invasion of an area with very few German occupants. Of course, they had planned to send in 58 tanks, but only ended up sending 30, and while disembarking, one was unable to get off their amphibious landing craft, and 2 more had drowned. They had a mixture of Churchill Mark 1s, 2s, and 3s, and 2 or 3 of them had been captured. Later in a German report, they had stated that the 2-inch, 3-inch, and 6-inch guns that all 3 of them had been equipped with, undesirable against armor and pretty much just the old standard that was no longer capable in this modern combat. And with the German garrison barely using any of the new high-tech equipment, they were almost easily able to fend off and defend against this new tank. And after capturing and doing penetration tests, they say that no new or noteworthy even improvements have been made on these tanks. And the Germans, comparing this to the T-34 or even the KV-1, found that these tanks were barely capable. And with the tracks being made of more crude construction, they were quite loud. And so being able to hear over the radio was nearly impossible. So they had to stop to hear what the others were saying. And for the Germans, this was their time to attack. But with the end of World War II did not come the end of the Churchill. In fact, 300 of them were sent to the Korean War across the peninsulas for additional backup.